it's the I don't give a fuck mentality. That's one of the most attractive traits possible. We may have all had that one friend in high school or a few celebrities out there that truly just don't care. And for some reason, we love that part of them.
Yeah.
It's because deep in our hearts, we know that we're capable of that. We just not have allowed ourselves to live that way. And that's a level, of course, I don't think either of us are perfect by any means, but we've gotten to a point to where we've shed a lot of those stories, those fears, those limiting beliefs. And when doing so, that is exactly what we mean by Windexing or cleaning the mirror. And now that our mirror towards ourselves is incredibly clear, that mirror also broadcasts the world and it's clear for us. It's like a one-sided mirror, you know, the side's like a glass window people can see through.
Yeah.
And the level of which your mirror is clear is the level of which you attract everyone and everything around you. And we got to a point of clearness in our mirror, not saying it was spotless, but to a point where we were finally ready to attract our forever person, I believe our soulmate. And I think, I love you too. I think the reason for that is because we got to the point where we could have the space to be open and receive each other's love and not self-sabotage it. And not, because there's not an ounce of my being that believes that I will one day do anything to ruin this. And I hope you feel the same about me. I believe you do.
I do, of course.
And I believe knowing that I am of a place that I'm not going to ruin a good thing, that I'm going to make the most out of the opportunities given to me, whether it's people, job opportunities, or whatever else it may look like, knowing that I'm not going to sabotage that gives me all the faith and trust in the world that I can be the best husband for you, be the best father for our kids, whatever that may look like. And I feel like you feel the same about us when it comes to being the best wife for me and mother of our children. We've gotten to a point where we've built up so much confidence in ourselves because we've wiped away all the dirt on that mirror.
Most of it.
I think
but I think like a big part of what we're saying is if you do most of the work, I'm not saying you have to be perfect. I'm not saying, and we're far from that, but I would say it's not so much about perfection as it is about authenticity. So what you're really doing when you're wiping away all those old stories, as Cam was saying, or all those wounds and all those insecurities, and you're speaking them to someone that you trust. You know, my friend Danny, who I mentioned before, played a pivotal role in this for me because when I met him, I basically met a coach who didn't know he was a coach. And I was a coach who didn't know I was a coach. And so when you have two of those types of people meeting, all of your conversations, some of which ran for 6 hours straight, just Danny and I talking and walking and sharing so much. I didn't realize what we were doing and why it was so powerful. But what we were doing was we were asking each other the right questions about the right old stories and old patterns that were holding each other back. And with each passing conversation Danny and I had, we would get lighter and lighter and lighter, and our window and our mirror would get clearer and clearer and clearer because all of those old stories were just being wiped away with love, with compassion, and with someone who is trustworthy and very present and who could basically look at you saying the things that you are most insecure about and meet you with love and compassion and non-judgment and just say, you just told me something that's been on your heart for 20 years and I still love you exactly as you are. And you didn't make a mistake and you're perfect. And it really took that container that first Danny set for me and then my friend Talia also set for me to get to a place where we were all helping each other go up and up and up and up and up the ladder of freedom, if you will. And then, of course, I get to the point where I was able to meet Cam. And I think that what we really want to underscore here is that if you are someone who really feels naturally drawn towards your own growth, your own freedom, you're someone who looks up like how to be a great friend, how to be in a loving relationship, how to find my soulmate from a place of accountability, from a place of, I know that I can do something here and that this isn't just going to come find me. I'm willing to put in the work. And that work to get to this point was hard. That was very hard work for me. But you do, in my opinion, the hard work of preparing for a relationship to get to the easy work of being in the right aligned relationship. So the hard work happens in the preparation stage, and then you get to the point where you're clear, you're almost like a lighthouse for the love that you want, and then they come and they find you.
Exactly. And the whole thing about being clear, I believe it is as within, so without. So you said get ready for the right soulmate, the right friend, whatever it may be. We need to ask ourselves, are we being a good friend to ourselves?